tonight on the call. I love it. Oh my God, Mr. Marvin Carter, Regional Director in Fresno. Good evening. Pat Robinson, good evening out of Oakland. Mr. Chris McDowell, good evening. Dave Culver, the professor, just jumping on. Ms. Ursula Allen, good evening. Mr. Bill Howard, good evening, sir. Oh my good, Caroline Baker, good evening. Mr. Chris McDowell, good evening. Stelly up in Woodland, California, good evening. Daryl Ransom, good evening. Mr. Payon, good evening, sir. Miss Kathleen Williams, good evening. How are you doing? I love the background with the red top on. Okay, there you go. Oh, Miss Diane. Oh my God, this Diane Collins is with us tonight. Whoa, 200 customer lady. Look at her. She got all beautified up in a beautiful necklace. Look at her. Oh my goodness. Marie, good evening. Thank you so much. Miss Marcia Carter. Miss Taz over in Australia there. Thank you so much for joining. Woo, I love it. I love it. I love it. Man, it's going to be exciting. She's on the call. TJ in Ohio, good evening. Mr. Freddie Sherman, good evening. Sam Foster, good evening. Mr. Winston Herbert, good evening. Mr. Harrison Mill, good evening. Miss Akinko over in Japan, good evening, dear. Thank you for joining. Mr. David Wright, sensational in Florida. Miss Akinko, good evening, dear. Thank you for joining. Miss 3.0, Miss Natasha Isabel, good evening, dear. And also Natalie Pereira in Las Vegas. Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you all for joining. Hey, it's leadership tonight. So we're going to have some interesting topics. Before I get started, Mr. Sam Foster, can you unmute your phone real quick and tell me what you've been doing the last 24 to 48 hours, please? This is leadership tonight. I just want to hear from him. What
yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. What have you been up to?
Yes, sir. I've been. I got up today and followed the leadership of the RDs, and I organized the last 2 days prior to the day, and sent out some invitations, sent out some videos, orchestrated my phone list and everything, and then I got on the road, and I first went to Walmart. Went out to Walmart, prospected a few people, got some names and numbers. And then I went out to the furniture store, IKEA. And I noticed that they were in the same geographical area. So I made myself a nifty little route. So I went to one, then went to the other one. And then in between those two routes, I stopped off at your favorite neighborhood Starbucks, sat down there for a while, piqued some individuals, and right next door was a Chipotle. So I piqued some more individuals at the Chipotle. So I did pretty much what Natasha Ismail told me to do, combined with what the other 2 or 3 leaders told me to do, and I just put it all together in one conglomerate day to make it happen. And I just got off the phone with a potential IBO that let me know that he wants to talk to you on Wednesday. So he just sent me his phone number and his first and his last name. He wants to be exclusively on the call with you on Wednesday night, sir. So I appreciate that. Let's go.
Notice what he said, exclusively. Notice the words he's using. Not just call, talk to Mr. No, exclusively. Words are very powerful. We're going to talk about that today. Words. Now, before we, Mr. Foster, before you get off, notice he went to 2 IKEAs. Notice he went to a couple places. How many names and numbers would you say you got today, sir?
Ooh.
Just roughly.
Probably about 10 at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to literally go back and just look at the list, because what I started doing was I started compiling my list, and the way that I have to do it is I can't really tally it up the same day that I do it most of the time, because if I do that, it's going to slow me down. So what I usually do, I just go back over it. Like later on tonight, I'll go back over it and analyze it and kind of look at it like that. So I'm usually averaging about, honestly, I honestly average anywhere between, I don't know, 20, 25 people a day.
There you go. There you go. Let's give Mr. Sam Foster in, everybody. I'm telling you, if he could do 10 to 25 a day, what could we do if we really pushed ourselves? You know, it's amazing. I was talking to a couple of people, especially Miss Ismail, and I said, when you know, I get all these names and numbers. Says, how do you tell? So everybody look at me. When I get a card from somebody, especially when I was traveling heavy for ACN or not even for ACN, I talked to somebody. If they're in my downline, I would push this cornerback. Because by the time I got back to my room in the evening, I had 30, 40, 50 cards from people. I didn't know who they were. I didn't know if they're guests, or guests of friends. You know, I had no idea. So I had a simple technique. If they're in my downline, I bend this cornerback. If there's somebody else's downline, I bend that cornerback. If they had bad breath and I don't want to talk to them no more, I throw their card away later. I bend this cornerback. So I have a simple little system that helped me when I got back or through the day. Mr. Falls says, you talk to people, take a moment, write something down about them that's special, and you come back to remember. It's real easy. Because even
Well,
when I go
Mr.
out
Thomas,
prospect,
well,
like, oh,
Mr. Thomas,
what did I meet this person? What did I say?
well,
Huh?
Mr. Thomas, I appreciate you saying that. I have been doing that. What I do is when I first get that number, I instantly put it in my phone and I put down the first part I put down is where I met them at. Then I put their
Good.
name down. And then on the other side, I'll put down something special about them. And I got a little code. If they're business owner, I put down
Perfect.
BO.
That perfect. There you go. Because once you do that and you get 10, 15, 20, then you know who they are. Oh yeah, I met them at the first mall. Oh, I met this girl at IKEA on the second floor by the water cooler. Yeah, see, that's perfect. There you go. You got it. And that's a simple system anybody can use. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leadership. Tonight, like I said, I'm going to talk a lot more about wealth, a lot more about money, principles. Let's say principles. Yeah, I don't want to use some money, but principles. Tonight, I'm gonna go back a little bit. I'm gonna go back, and I dug this out tonight. Now, you know, if I build a brand new desk, that desk cannot be called an antique. Why? Because it hasn't been around long enough to be called an antique. So when you pull out old books and tapes and stuff, it's kind of classic. So I'm gonna reach back a little bit. We all love this guy. He came out with a video we should listen to at least once a week called "Just Do It." Does anybody remember his name? Who's the author of "Just Do It"? Does anybody know? Put in the chat. Just do it. But I'll give it away. Thank you, Mr. Winston Herbert. Yeah, Art Williams. Art Williams. Now, this is a book he came out, both when he came out, called Common Sense. Can everybody see it? Here, let me go back over here. It's called Common Sense. See, have you noticed people don't have any common sense today? People don't have common sense. The book is called Common Sense. Now, a simple plan for financial independence. Okay, can y'all read that? By Art Williams. Now, this is the 4th edition, by the way. This is a new 4th edition. And this one came out. Let me show how classic this is. This is the 4th edition, and this came out in August 1986. Okay, you see it's in good shape. See, I study what wealthy people do. So tonight's leadership, we're going to talk about principles. Your principles don't change. Antiques are antiques. They're not new. It's been around, okay? And classic things. So I'm going to talk about the 3 things on top of the list here that you guys tonight. It says, first of all, get started now. I don't know if y'all can read that. Get started now. See, and what I mean by now, see, Sam Foster is in the now. What I mean by, and that's why I had him come on the call and just put him on the spot, because notice what he did today. Day by day, he's doing something to move his business forward. Now, the rest of us, we could do the same thing he's doing, but you know, here again. So getting started now. The next, it says, very important, pay yourself first. Most people, 95% of the people pay their bills first. I never have. I always pay myself first. Now, some people, well, I ain't got no extra. See, I'm trying to get you to go where I want you to go in 2021. Pay yourself first. Your bills will always be there. And do you realize you can pay maybe just the interest on them for 3 months legally and without messing your credit up? So, but you don't know that. But here again, I've got to get you to thinking like a 5%er. Now, like I said, I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff that I never talked about before because it's going to stretch you. It's different thinking than you may have been used to thinking. So get started, pay yourself first. Paying yourself first is so important. Then another law comes in called compounding your money. But a lot of us get paid simple interest. Let me write this down. Write this down. Remember, simple people get paid simple interest. Wealthy and successful people get paid compound interest. All right. And you're going to start that this year. And the third thing I'm going to talk about, I want you to see on this, it says, use your time consistently. You got to be consistent. I love you guys because you're consistently on this call. See, that's you're in school, you're in college, you're in your trade school. This is your trade school. This is your college. To learn how to pay yourself first. You learn how to be consistent. You learn how to learn how to compound your money. See, wealthy people compound their money. Now, I'm going to go in here just for a minute, and I'm going to read something on the first page. Number one, it talks about how you can manage your financial future. Now, I'm sorry, getting started now. Okay, you can manage your financial future. How can you control, how much control do you have over your finances? Most people don't have them because they pay their bills and there's nothing left over. Switch it around, pay yourself first. You are smart enough to handle your own family affairs. Now, the first rule we talked about is getting started now. We got that. You can, this is what it says. What to do if you don't have money to invest. 6 different options you can use from freeing up money to use to build your wealth formula. See, wealth is a formula. If you don't plan on it, it's like doing ACN. If you're not planning on going out and getting names and numbers like Mr. Sam Foster is, you're not going to get the wealth to come in so you can compound it by building your team. The second thing it says, second thing says pay yourself first. See, it's too much month. So most people have too much month left at the end of the money. That's what it says. The fact about so many people are trying to save, but forget the first step is paying themselves. Now, look around, how many people you know, I'm just here, we're going to have some fun. How many people you know have been on a job 5, 10, 15 years, still broke? You know why? They never paid themselves first. The first rule of wealth is wealthy people pay themselves first. It's very important. Switch it around. You've been doing it wrong. That's right. And the third thing it says to use time consistently. The 2 major factors in acquiring substantial sums of money, plus the amazing truth about the magic, here it is, of compound interest. Do you realize by building a downline, our business is compound interest? You start with 2 people. Watch this. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32. Time 2 is 64. Now that takes you down 7 levels. Okay, watch this. That's compounding. Do you realize your business had that factor? And most of us have no clue because we let smart, jokers mess us around. Look, compound interest is so powerful. So powerful. Now watch this, the power of 1 more. 3 instead of 2, 3. Okay, 3 times 3 is what? 9. Times 3 is what? 27. Times 3 is what? 81. Times 3 is what? 243. Times 3 is 729. Times 3 is 2,187 people. Now, 2,187 people on my 7th level by compounding versus 128. Look at the difference. But if you don't understand what your business has and the benefits, this is about benefits in the business of ACN. This is leadership. Most people, not even leaders, some of them understand the power of compound. You have the right to compound your interest in your business. See, this business is like a snowball going down the hill. Once it goes down the hill to get the RD and higher, it just explodes without you doing anything else. It explodes. I get new IBOs daily coming in my organization around the world. But the power of compounding, let's look at it again. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32, times 2 is 64 on your 6th level, times 2 is 128 people on that 7th level. Just look at the compounding. But remember, you only start with 2. Adding 1 more for the power of 3, 3, 9, 27, 81, 243, 729, Mr. Carter, and that's 2,187 people, Mr. Chris McDowell, on your 7th, compared to 128 people. You see the power of compounding? And a lot of us don't understand that this business has that power to compound. Do you know on a job, if I did a job here, your first year, you in the job. Second year, you in the job. Third year, still you in the job. But notice the law of compounding. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, still this you in the job. But by the 7th year or 7th month at ACN, you could have either 128 people that you're leveraged against or 2,187 people. But most people do not understand this business and or our industry. So write that down. You must understand the business of business, which is ACN's business, and the law of compounding, because you have that. Do you realize most people that have a job or executives, I don't care what their title is, they get no compound benefit. Well, I got a benefits. Yeah, I know. But you got no compounding benefits. See, as leaders, we have to know what we have in our business and the potential what it could pull off. So the next time you talk to somebody, say, "Oh, we have compounded. We have compounding in our business." What's that? The average person has no clue. Now, I'm going to read something. I want to read something because we're talking about wealth tonight because you guys are leaders, and I dug up in my archives of stuff that made a lot of sense to me. This is the Barner family blueprint. You see, it says wealth blueprint. It didn't say broke blueprint. It said wealth. There's a difference in wealth and a difference in money. Wealth. Let me talk about wealth and money. I can walk down the street, hear 2 people walking. One person, let me give you an idea. My dad, when he was alive, he used to walk around. He had a bunch of change in his pocket, nickels, dimes, quarters. I had a bunch of them in there. Making all that. You ever see a guy got his hands? I'm his dad. I can't hang with you. I mess around here and get shot and robbed. Now watch this. This is the point I'm trying to get across. All that money might have been $3.10 worth of change in his pocket. We might have got shot and robbed over $3. I'm just joking, but he made it. Didn't see all that. Don't make. You'll never catch Al Thomas with change. I told you I'm gonna go somewhere this year that I never went before with y'all. You'll never catch me with change in my pocket. I never carry it. Yeah, I never carry it. Let me tell you a story. Matter of fact, your change, it's going just like I talk about compounding, paying yourself first, it's gonna mess with some of you. Your change is nothing more than seeds. You plant an apple seed, you get an apple tree. You plant an orange seed, you get an orange what? Tree. You plant nickels and pennies, you get money. Oh my Lord. It's a law. There's the law. Watch this. Why do y'all carry pennies? Can a penny buy anything? It costs you more money to make a penny than a penny's worth. A nickel. Let me ask you a question. What can a nickel buy these days? Nothing. Why do y'all carry nickels? I leave them. I've had left them on the counter. I have people come around the counter. Sir, hey. Leave hundreds of dollars in the cash register to give me 2 nickels or a penny, 2 or 3 pennies. It's seeds. My mentor told me a long time ago. He said, "Son, don't you ever be around me. I don't want to get robbed. No change." It's been 3 decades before. So I don't carry change. They're nothing more than seeds. You want to harvest? Plant seeds. Wow. See, watch it. With a closed fist, I can't give or receive. The more I give, the more I get blessed. Let's go back to this. This Barner family wealth blueprint. Now, I'm going to read a couple things in here before we get going a little bit more. I want to read something to you that I highlight that I thought that was very important to today's topic. On page 9 of their blueprint, page 5, and it says this, and I quote, "First, you must be willing to delay gratification." So many times we want our business to pay off in a big way early, and we haven't planted enough seeds. I'm not going to go in the Bible, but it's a time to plant. In Ecclesiastes, there's a time for everything in the sun. But you got to plant seeds. And seeds is going out to like Sam Foster's doing, getting names and numbers. See, when you come back home with names and numbers, those are seeds. Oh my God. Those are seeds for your business. Those are seeds for your business. And all you got to do to get the seeds is what? Comment, look at it. It says Art Williams' book say what? Common sense. Common sense, which people, America, people around the world don't have any common sense these days, but common sense. But you have to have delayed gratification by planting the seeds. When a farmer goes out, plants his crop, he knows it's not going to come up tomorrow. He knows it may not come up for 8 or 9, 10 months, but he's got to continue watering it, taking the weeds away, giving it sunshine, get the birds out of it. I mean, he's got to continue, or she must continue nourishing. Oh my God, nourishing the field. Your field is your names and numbers. That is your field that's going to give you delayed gratification. And then it says right underneath, it says this: compounding barely helps in the long run. Compounding barely helps, but in the long run, it can make you a fortune, a fortune, a fortune, a fortune, a fortune, a fortune. How many years has Al Thomas been in ACN or network marketing? It's a wonder. It's a wonder. My God, because I'm studying compounding. And it's like that snowball going down the hill. The more it goes, the bigger it gets. Hey, you lose snow, but you gather more snow as it goes down that hill, don't you? So you got to get in that perpetual motion of being out there every single day. And that's why I put up on Happy Hour last night what my schedule looked like. Today I was up at 5. I got up late. I got up at 5 rather than 4. I went to the church. We fed 356 people today in need. I was done. I was started at 7. I left at 9:30. But here again, I have to go give. And you wonder why I'm blessed, because that's also compounding. Everything you do should be for profit. Why do you go to church? To profit. Why do you go on these calls? To profit. Everything is to profit. It's a gain. It's the gain. If you're not gaining, you're going backwards. Now, the thing I want you guys to be careful of is what I call, I got this, who sent me this text? Somebody sent me this. I'm going to use it tonight. It's not my terminology of words that I use, because I don't like using words like this, but I thought it made a point that maybe it might help somebody. So with that said, anybody any question anything what I've said so far about the law of compounding in your business? See, this is can everybody be on leadership call? Because it's for leaders to understand the power of numbers in your business. Now, as you start growing your business, the regional director, they'll start bringing people in like this, what we did on Wednesday. Now, remember, I'm gonna do Wednesday one more time. You know what the criteria is. You know what you got to do to qualify to get on that exclusive call, okay? So, by the way, you got any questions? Raise your hand. Anybody got any questions what I've talked about so far? Because now I'm gonna go into some funny stuff. Nobody got any questions so far? The Law of Compounding, Common Sense by Art Williams back in 1987. This is a classic, 4th edition. And look how good shape it is. I'm telling y'all, I study what wealthy people do. Barnard's Family Wealth Blueprint. I study what wealthy people do. I study. That little book say, study to show yourself approved. Let me be quiet. I study. Okay, nobody. Okay, no question. All right, Mr. B. Clemens. Now, this is the other side of people who don't study. They're real quick to judge your business. They're real quick to judge you. So we're going to put up here on the board. Now, let me say this. You're going to run across a lot of these this year. Hey, donkey. You're going to run across a lot of these, Mr. Bill Howard. Yes, sir, Mr. Daryl Ranson. Yes. Look at Mary Perez on there getting a haircut. She got a film on and doing it. Got somebody in the chair. I love it. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Now, these are the kind of people you're going to run into as you're out there prospecting like Mr. Sam Foster every day. All right, sir, let's, the first, what did I do with my notes? Go ahead, put the first one up. The first D. Now, with these, they're called dummies. They'll tell you why this won't work. They're always telling you, don't do ACN, don't do that, don't. And they have never done nothing in their life but just jump on people trying to do something better, They're not going to do nothing better. They're going to sit at home at their couch and I have bombs, and they're not going to do anything better with their life. But they're going to tell you why this does not work. My cousin Freddie, the one who walked around with a limp, he lost everything. How much was it get started? $224. But anyway, he's going to tell you why this don't work. So be careful of them kind of donkeys out there, because they're going to tell you why it doesn't work. The next letter is U for, go ahead. Understand. You don't understand. My brother tried something like that. No, you don't understand. I heard about things like that. You don't understand. You don't understand. I looked at something like that. Hey, I've heard about ACN. I know, but no, I understand. I totally understand. And see, anytime they say they understand, they don't understand. Because when I sat down with people and I've showed them the ACN and somebody else may show the ACN to them, they go, I never saw it like this. I said, well, first of all, I'm a professional. And I take time and I take pride in reading those 10 boxes, and so should you. So they're going to tell you they understand. Next letter is money. No, I'm good. I got enough money. I'm good. And no, they're not good, especially in this situation. Hey, if you got enough money, then why are you still working? Oh, I like being out the house. Liar. Oh, I like it for the benefits. Hey, we got benefits. We got our own benefits. See, people don't understand. They're lying when they say they got enough money and they still go to work every day. They're liars. They're lying. That's why they call dumb you know what, because they're lying in your face that they got money. And the ones that look like they got money, I had a guy, oh my God, this guy and this girl, recently I was prospecting, and he was saying, I'm good, man. I'm good. I got enough money. And I looked at her purse. It was a knockoff Louis Vuitton bag. It was a knockoff. I mean, Miss Kathleen Williams, it was so bad off, the L and the V didn't even come together. I'm saying, man. But you know what? People are lying out there. Oh, no, man, them things don't make money. No, I ain't never met nobody that made no money. But here again, they don't know anything about it because they're closed-minded. So the next one, next one, sir, B, go ahead, put it up there. But see, anytime you hear the word but, the whole conversation goes downhill. Have you ever noticed that? Hey, I understand, I know Al Thomas, but I've had people call me, Miss Thomas, they said they knew you, but they want to be associated with successful people, but they don't want to do it, Sam Foster. Miss Akiko, hey, I know, but, and every time they say the word but, everything after the word but, have you noticed it's always downhill? It's always a negative after the word but. Hey, I would love to do that, but I got a good job. Hey, I know Daryl Ransom, but whenever they say the word but, everything is a negative, negative, negative. But yet instead of go every day to that job they can't stand, they hate, but they won't invest an hour. Listen to me, an hour a day for financial freedom. When I first started, I did an hour a day at 3 other companies. Didn't stop me, but I wasn't stupid, because my mentor said, you got to have residual income. Now, watch this. When I heard the word residual, watch this. I heard the same sense. I heard the word compound. Oh my God, I'm compounding people? Oh my, I'm in. See, most people don't understand wealth principles. That's why you have to go through so many broke people to find people to understand, because if they've been business, or like Taz out there in Australia, who's a business owner, real estate, then they open their minds up because they understand business, compounding. Oh my God. I said, Lord, you mean to tell me I can comp? Oh, I'm in. It made so much sense to me. See, but every time you hear that word but, that tells me you're not educated enough. You're not open enough to listen. Your mind's not like a parachute where I can pour into it because, oh, I tried that, but it's always after the word but, it's always a negative. Ain't that right, donkey? Donkey. Yeah, it's always a but. It's always downhill from there. Hey, I love to do that, but my time is, I don't have time. Hey, I love to do that, but I don't have the money. It's always a negative after but. Rather than sitting there going, hey, as Robert Kiyosaki would say, hey, how could you make it work? Hey, how can I make this work? When I saw it, I said, well, shoot, I got 3 companies, real estate, mortgage, and I also had a part of insurance. But I said, how can I make this work? I know a lot of people. I can do this. I didn't look at the negative. I looked at how can I fit it in? And my commitment back to the business was 1 hour a day. Everyone on this call could commit 1 hour a day outside of these calls. Because in my area of Sacramento, there was nobody doing it. The nearest person was like 45 minutes up the road. I went there to get trained. And like I told you before, they put my name on, I kid you not, Bill and Joe Ham to this day, if they still live in that house, they have a little statue, a little portrait saying Miss Thomas sat here when we trained him. Now, they didn't train me on very much, but they were nice people, but they didn't know anything about business. But anyway, the whole idea is I wanted that. So there was nobody around. So I figured I put an hour a day. Look, I'm a self-starter. I already got business. I understand, but I put an hour a day. And then the next year I put 2 to 3 hours a day. By my third year, I was doing more. Oh my God. But what if I never got started? I didn't use the word but. I said, how can this work? How can I fit this in? I made it fit in. Most people talk about how busy they are. If you and I look at the average person's schedule, they got 1 hour worth of productivity, even on a job, maybe 2 hours. Because the rest of the time is messing off. Even when they get off work, it's about relaxation, watching TV, eating bonbons, sitting on their husband and wife in front of the big screen TV. So the people are just wasteful. And here's my thought. I shouldn't even tell y'all this. One of my thoughts was, what if I could buy people's time? Because they waste so much of it. What could I do? How long could I live if I could buy people's time? Anyway, next word. A, put it up there, sir. Always. I'm always busy. I don't have time. I always got something else going on. Always busy. Always just too busy to do ACN. Always got something going on. When can we, if you talk to the average person about setting up a time for a phone consultation with a Zoom, they don't remember because why? They're not professionals. They don't have they don't write it down. But they always got an excuse why it does not work for them. They always got an excuse. Always. Hey, my uncle tried something like that. It didn't work for him. Really? What did he do with it? Nothing. There it is. But they always have a reason why this won't work for them. If it's time, their energy, they don't have the money, whatever, they always have an excuse. And that's why, but they'll tell you, they're trying to tell you why it won't work either. Have you noticed how your friends or relatives try to save you from doing this business? Have you noticed that? But let me tell you something. Shh. On the down low, they're hoping and praying it works because they really want to get started too. They really do. But have you noticed, some of you probably experienced this. When you got started, your family and friends knocked you down. All of a sudden, the first 2 or 3 checks start coming in. Hey, I know you can do it, Sam Fall. Hey, I know you can do it. Oh, yeah, Mr. McDowell. I knew you could do it. Hey, Bill Howard, I know you could. Hey, you buying all those books and read, man, I know you're going to. Miss Taz, I know. Yeah, Miss Diane. Hey, good for you now. It's good for you, man. That's not, but it's good for you, though. But not for you. Hey. They always tell you they got so much junk in their conversation. They always tell you why it doesn't work. I've met people, oh, he lucky. Oh, really? You want to get lucky too, sir? It's always better for someone else, but never for them. Always. Next letter, sir, S. Always screaming at you. Always screaming, that don't work. You're not my friend. Don't you bring that stuff over my house. Don't you ever bring that up again in front of me. I don't want to hear nothing about that over here. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to. Oh, and they're the same ones that just asked you last week to borrow $20 so they can go to the movie to watch whatever, so they can get some more bonbons. But they're screaming at you, Sam Foster. They're screaming at you, Mr. Marvin Carter. Why I ain't gonna work? Hey man, you got a good job driving that man. You don't need, man, get out of here. That crowd. Sound like a duck out frog. Screaming at you. Are you crazy? You got a good job. Why are you doing something like that? Why are you doing? Why? And they're never doing it with their life, but just knocking people down. Y'all, think for a second. I want you guys mentally to go with me in your heads for a second. Think of 1 or 2, maybe even 3 people when you know they look better from the when they come at you, you know it's negative. They look better when you see the back of the head leaving you. Think about 3 people like that you know that look better leaving you than coming towards you. And they always got the same. And that person, I wish I could buy their time because they're not doing nothing but spreading bad news and not doing anything with their lives and complaining the whole bit, but never willing to change, never willing to do something different. And the last S, sir, it's a scam. You're trying to scam me. How have I been knowing you for 4 years? You're trying to scam me. Hey, I'm going to go on the phone call my cousin. Hey, look out for Sam Foster. He's got a scam. She's got a scam. Look out for Kathleen Williams. She got a scam. Oh my God. Sensational down there in Florida. She's got a new scam. Watch out. She's a scammer. Hey, that Pat Robinson, I thought she was okay at our church. She's up in the church scamming everybody. Hey, Miss Collins, she got 200 points. I know she ain't got a check. She's scamming people. I asked her, she won't show me a check, but it's a scam. I know, Marie, it's a scam. It's all a scam. That Bill Howard's a great guy, but it's a scam. Hey, Daryl Ranson, I know he worked over there at the mall, but man, he's got a new scam he's involved with, dude. Stay clear, dude. Hey, I'm gonna call Uncle Chris up, man, McDowell. You know, hey, you know, Robert, yeah, he's gonna call you, man. He's got a scam he's trying to get you involved with. Hey, Freddie Sherman, yeah, it's a scam, dude. Hey, Mr. Dave Carver, you know, so-and-so in our fraternity. Yeah, man, he's going to fraternity with a scam. Hey, you know that guy, Mr. Payon? Yeah, you got to watch that guy. Yeah, he's over in Japan, but he's got a scam. He's trying to get over here to Mexico. Yeah, watch out for him calling. Hey, yeah, Miss Baker. Yeah, she's down here in New Mexico. Yeah, she got a new scam. People are funny. But call their job a scam. Oh man, they ready to go to war. Oh my God, you call their job a scam? They be like Fred Stanford. You call their job a scam and they want to knock you out, Mr. Winston Herbert. Come on, Fred Stanford. They want to knock you out. But see, I want to have some fun with you guys tonight and share with you. You got to be careful. You got to be careful because these people are there and don't let them get close to your organization. Let me tell you what happened to me. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. It was definitely yesterday. Well, here again, you guys know that on Friday, we highlight all the new people that got customers, got customer qualified. Oh, Miss Diane Collins with her 200 points. Congratulations. Mr. Adrian O'Neill with 100 points, congratulations. Miss Marcia Carter with 100 points, congratulations. Every week we should have at least 4, 5, or 6 or 7 lists full. So folks, remember, you get a new IBO in the business, let's recognize them on Friday. There's nothing better than having people recognize, okay? It's so important. Some people go home, don't get recognized. Some people go to work, they don't get recognized. Recognize people. So Friday, make sure you get it to Mr. Bree Clement early. Well, as soon as they get into business, hey, Mr. Bree, I got a new person on Friday. And let your new person know we want them to say a few words. Why? It makes them feel good about their decision. Let me tell you something. I remember guys who go home, they made a decision, get involved with ACN, to get in the car, to put the keys in the ignition, to hold the wheel, and they go, oh, shoot, she's going to kill me tonight. I told her I wasn't going to get started. You know, but you know how it feels when you reward somebody for making a great decision? Remember in the book, Gold Pro, page 102, 103, 104. Remember those 4? I'm telling you got to use that. Make people feel good about their decision. So anyway, you got to make people feel good about their decision. Where was I at? Oh, so you got to understand these are the things that you have to do to build your business. So I just want to let you know that Wednesday, we're going to do it one more time Wednesday. But the most important thing is send him the information on every brand new IBO. Anybody got qualified, because we want to make them feel special on Friday night. Does that make sense? Now, what I said tonight, I wanted to kind of go off the track and just talk about success and success principles. That's why I went in my archive and I brought these things out, because I've got so much. I mean, I got more books. My house is almost like a library of knowledge because I eat it, read it, sleep repetition. I do all that because I'm better than myself. There's a reason why, and I'm not trying to be egotistic, there's a reason why I'm where I'm at. But I want you guys to be where you want to be with your business. Does that make sense? So take these ideas and run with them. Number 1, what did Art Williams say? Get started now. You already done that. Number 2, pay yourself. And number 3, use your time consistently. You got to be consistent with it. And that's all I've done over the years. That's all I can live a consistent. You can look and say, oh, what time is it? Oh, I know what Mr. Thomas is doing, because it's consistent. It's consistent. It's consistent. Look at Jim Rohn, consistency. All the leaders, consistency. We don't have the market cornered on it. So right now, I'm gonna open the phone lines up on anything I've said so far that we talked about tonight in leadership, because this is very important. You understand what you have, and I think the more I talk outside of ACN about the power of what your business can give you. Think about compound returns. Well, guys, what about compounding people? See, that's what I looked at when I saw ACN. I said, well, this gave me a chance to compound people, because I had 100 people working in my office. That was 100 headaches versus 100 people that I'm getting paid compound whether I show up or not without an office. Do you see? I want you to see the value. The company, look, this is 224. That's so cheap. But if you're not understanding what you have when you talk to people, and that's why when you talk to people, it's important as a leader. That's why God gave us these two things, not to have your glasses on, but also to listen, Linda, and one of these to talk less. Listen twice as much as we talk. And I'm telling you, everybody will show you how to get them. Look, when I talk to people Wednesday night in front of you all live, and they sign up, you're blown away. Now, why are you blown away? Why are you so blown away? I already knew they were signing up. See, notice the difference in the attitude. See, some of us still got that seed planted. Well, it's going to take them 3 looks. No, I heard it's going to take some before. Who told you that crap? Honestly. No, it's how you talk to people. And that's why I say, tell me something about this person. Mr. Al Randolph, I have a lady, she was 70 years old. I can still remember. She's a real estate agent, broker up in Richmond, California. I started talking about Richmond. I used to have houses up there and on 25, I even told the address. I said, you're right down the hill. Yeah, girl. And I'm just having fun with her because I can relate to her. The guy from Africa. Hey, man, I've been to Africa twice. I went down to Sun City and I also went down to Cape Town 2 different times. But you've got to relate to people because that's all that matters is being able to be relatable to people. And you guys see me do it live, and that's only exclusively because I only want to work people who go out and do it. As much as good information we give you guys, I want you guys to really take this stuff to heart because you should be living where you want to live in that zip code, driving what you want to drive. There's nothing stopping you but you. Now, the way Mr. Sam Foster keeps going out there panning for gold, he's going to get a couple big nuggets. And when it take off for him, y'all going to look around like, well, I could have. No, just do it. Okay. With that said, the phone lines are open. Any questions, comments, or anything I said tonight? The Blueprint of Wealth. Wealth Blueprint. A.L. with Art Williams. Nobody's got any questions? Everyone, you can mute your phone now if you like to, if you got a question about what we talked about. I didn't want to be super long tonight, but I just want to give you some stuff that I thought that might bless you in a leadership capacity to start understanding what I have for the little bit of money the company's charging. I mean, $224 to get this. This is really crazy. If you know, we have not because we work not. Work harder. Let's put it that way. Nobody's got a question tonight? Okay, that means next week there should be 500 apps coming in the system. Huh?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
You seem to have a knack for not really discussing ACN as a whole when you're talking to people, especially when you're on the Wednesday night calls. My question is maybe twofold. Number one, how did you master that art of not putting ACN in the equation? That's the first question. And second of all, when you're getting ready to approach anybody from a blueprint standpoint, and maybe you didn't always have that the knack of doing it. My thing is, where did it come from, and how did you acquire that knack of actually talking to people without talking about the business?
The first thing is, I don't talk about ACN on Wednesday. You know why? Watch this. Why do you think I have you guys send a video out? So they can understand what the conversation is going to be about. See, some things are conscious, some things are unconscious, and some things are unconscious conscience. See, they already know I'm calling, so it's all cybersonatics. They already know I'm calling because it's a video. They saw the video. They know you already told me Thomas going to call. They know, they saw the video, so they know why I'm calling. So I don't need to, like Columbo. You guys ever watched Columbo when he was out, the little detective? He never talked about the murder. He talked about everything but the murder. and then, gets to the door. Oh, by the way, why I'm here. You see, you don't have to talk about ACN. They already know what you're calling. It's redundancy. See, it's like me calling Marvin Carter's, hey, you missed the meeting. He already know that. Why am I telling him? He know he missed it. So you want to go opposite. You want to find something in common. Write this down. Find a common ground with that person. The real estate lady. Oh, girl, in Richmond? Get out of here. She live in Richmond. Where? Oh, 2563 Morris Road. Oh, that's right there. See, I'm relating with her. I'm relating to her. Common ground. People love, right? This is so important. People, and you heard this is not the first time you guys heard this. People love doing business with people like who? Themselves. Themselves. Find something common. I remember I was in Fresno. I was watching Chris King. We were having lunch, breakfast. He was sitting next to Miss Joyce Brewer, and he was just relating to his new IBO. Just relating. He wanted me to come over and say hello sometime. I'm just relating. You know, he's a bartender. So I talk about ACN, talk a little bit about it, then went to it. But you got to understand, you got to be able to talk to people and be able to make them feel comfortable. The guy I called in was up in the African guy. I started talking about Africa. Why? Because I've been there. I can relate to it. I got him laughing. See, so find a common ground to break ground. Yesterday, older lady, and I always tell older ladies, oh, I love your hair. Now, she was probably late 80s, but I just want to give her a compliment because, think about when last time you just complimented a lady or somebody, just a compliment them. Oh, my hair. Oh, thank you. I don't know if her husband was around or not, or deceased. I have no idea. But every time you sell them, you got to buy. Yes, sir.
Hey, Ms. I want you to, I don't even know if you're familiar with what you just said. You said, find a common ground to break ground. That's fascinating. That's fascinating.
Yeah. Exactly. So you have to have a common denominator, because remember now, people love to do business with people that are like themselves. You ever go down the street and see two guys with baseball hats on and jeans on, they look alike, they dress alike? Why? The common ground. The people you hang out with is your common ground. Have you noticed? And you got to find something to fit in on their common ground. You just got a minute to be able to relate to them. That's why when I say, when you send me something, tell me something about these people. And a reason why, it gives me something, a common ground with them. For example, I got my notes right here from Wednesday. The guy from your guy just moved from Texas, Mr. Sam Foster, previously employed at the Post Office Depot. It closed down. He moved to Texas from Mississippi, looking for an opportunity. And I started talking about what part of Mississippi you from? I just related to him. Whatever town he said, and then he said this, by the river. I never forget. He's by the river. Well, Mississippi, everything's small. I got little small towns in Mississippi. I said, oh, what little town you from, man? So I can relate. He said, look, I said, that little town, we have a stop sign that says stop on that side, another side says goodbye. He started laughing. I didn't say anything about ACN because I got enough ammunition. And then we got Sensational, had the guy from Major Project Manager Design and Electrician, and he's going to get started February the 15th. We moved this day up, February 15th, got him, getting started. He had no idea. I told him he had no, she told him, watch this, I love what she said. I told him, Mr. Thomas, I had no idea when I could get an appointment with you. Did she make me exclusive? Man, this dude was jumping off the hook on Wednesday. Because she said, I don't know if I can get you in with this guy. He's busy. See, these are things that you got to sell yourself, but relate to people. Make it exclusive. That's why Wednesday's going to be exclusive. Miss Linda, Miss Batista, her new IBO that we got in 2 weeks ago, got his brand new IBO on the call on Wednesday. And he wasn't even on the call. She was on the call. February the 10th. Saw her with a purple sweater on, started talking. And I said, man, you talking to, I started to say, you're talking to my girl, but I'm just clowning the guy, having fun with him. So he signed up February the 10th. We got another one Friday at 2:20, he's supposed to sign up. And he saw the video, and he was on the Zoom call, a prospect of her new IBO's prospect. He's signing up Friday. My God. Mr. Al Randolph, here's the real estate lady, a broker in Richmond, single, 70 years old, was in an ACN a year ago. In 3 weeks, she made $1,500 in her first 30 days. When I got on the phone, I talked about ACN. She already saw the video. I said, girl, we gotta get you. We want you on. All I said, we want you on the team. While y'all this mumbo jumbo talk, no, we want you on the team. And watch this. She's 70. She's set. She's a broker. She's set. Probably set life. See, notice what I'm saying. I feel for the person. Girl, you know how many people you can help that in this situation need help right now? Yeah, I know a lot of them. You need to help them. We got the vehicle to help. Okay, I'm getting back in. It's so simple. They already seen the video. Then we had who's this? Had this guy, Luke Lamar, North Carolina. Oh, we didn't get a hold of him. Oh, he's signing up Monday. He's signing up tomorrow, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. He former IBO 2 years ago, currently was WFG. Joined while I was in California, had a bad car accident, moving back to North Carolina. And then we had another Sam Foster, Mr. Hunter. He was a fashion model. We didn't get a hold of him. Mr. Mason is signing up Sunday morning at 9:30 before church. He's the guy that works on Amazon, overworked, underpaid, and is surprised and was supposed to sign up last Monday, but something came up in his family. I talked to him. We got back on the phone. He's going tomorrow morning and meet Mr. Sam Foster before he goes to church. Then
Yeah, I
we
just
got
talked to
Yolanda
him tonight.
Robinson. Huh?
I just talked to him tonight.
This stuff is so easy. I don't know why it's so hard for you guys. Yolanda Robinson, she works at Macy's and she was a sweetheart. I told you, she was giving me all the problems, and she was got her Thursday morning, next Thursday, 9 o'clock, signing up because she wants something better for her and her daughter. She's been taking care of mama for the last couple of years till she passed away. All I do is relate to people. Lorenzo Weeds, and that's another one. Stay on File, the tattoo artist. Oh, we didn't get a hold of him. All right, this other guy, Sam, is signed up in 5 minutes. Sam's gonna call him 5 minutes to follow up with him. He works at Spectrum, wanted to own his own business, passed it down to his daughter. He wanted something for his daughter. Next person, no answer. Blake, no answer. But see, I kept this because when I get a little something on a person, all I do when I call them up is relate to them. And the moment you guys start getting good at relating to people and smiling, smile over the phone. I can tell if you're smiling at me. People are simple, but your whole life, your mom and dad, Rob, he told you don't talk to strangers. Strangers, no, strangers are fine. Ain't nobody gonna shoot you. None of us live in New York. Just joking for New Yorkers. Just joking, Mr. Herbert. Lady V up in you. It's so people, that's all that matters is people. So the first part of that, Mr. Sam Foster, I find some kind of common ground to break bread with that person on the phone. And for me, it didn't take long because I've always been a people person. And most of us, I don't know why people are so scared of people. You just gotta be a people person. That's it. And I just read books, and I've developed me. Everything I've done. When I got in real estate, I didn't take a course. I read a book. I read several books. I figured, let me try it out. Then I finally, in 1982, I went to a course down in Monterey, California. Met a dear friend of mine, Mark Duncan. We became friends ever since. It was a $200 course for the weekend. But the whole idea here again, I'm investing back in my business. I'm always investing back in me. I'm investing back in ACN, sending backpacks out, sending this out, sending that out, sending whatever out. Why? Because givers gain. That's so amazing to me that people. And look, what's the worst that could happen to you guys if you went out and talked to 10 people? What you'll be back home tonight. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Why are we so afraid of people? Why? People. There's a song by the Stylistics. People make the world go round. And without people, you can't get there. Let me tell you something else. There's no such thing as a self-made millionaire or billionaire. There's no such thing. Everybody had to have somebody to help them. Don't you get it? And every good person, every good coach or Yoda had to be coached by another Yoda. I had 3 billionaires to train me. You see, it wasn't Al Thomas that just put my finger in the light switch and here I am. No, you're looking at decades and years of studying and still studying and still reading to get better. And if you guys do that, I'll tell you what, and just study people. People is the only thing that matters. We are in the people business. I'm not in the cell phone business. I'm not in the energy business. I am in the people business. I had Mr. Bree Clemens on the phone a month or two ago. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I didn't say, and he was listening. I didn't say nothing about ACN. I talked about his good food. He signed. I just talked about his good food. I love Al Thomas. I said, man, I love your restaurant. Man, when you fly down and eat, just eat and come on back home, man. I said, man, you got to sign up. He called me to get a service, and I ended up putting him back in the business. I didn't say nothing about the husband. Oh, great. You know, you need to be back in here. Yeah, man, I miss it. I really miss it. And here's the funny part. He used to service the co-founders. I didn't even know that. They used to come to his restaurant. I didn't know that. But are you talking to everybody? I had a lady the other day call me, it was a wrong number. I said, whoa. You got the right number, you got the wrong person, but I got the right opportunity. She says, what do you mean by that? I said, you want to make a prison break? Look over your left shoulder, look over your right shoulder. Do you want to get out of there? And I had a lady laughing. But see, are y'all having fun with people? Man, let me tell you something. When I go up to Ohio, this lady, I got her in the business. And she was at the hotel. I called the hotel when I used to go up there to work with Brad's organization, Brad Kish organization. And I called the hotel. And here's my conversation when I'm calling the hotel to make reservations. When I did travel, here's what I'd say. Ma'am, what's your name? Al Thomas. They ask you questions. I say, yeah, do I get a discount for being ugly? And I've had all the girls laughing, guys laughing. I said, no, seriously, do I get a discount for being ugly? Look, see, you see how much fun I'm having with people? Yeah, I'm ugly. I know I'm ugly. See, most ugly people won't admit they're ugly. I know I'm ugly. Man, I'm so ugly, let me tell you, I can't even get a girlfriend. I'm so ugly. Matter of fact, I'm so short and ugly. Let me describe myself. I say I'm 5'2", pot belly, bald headed, bad breath, and crooked teeth. My last girlfriend left because she got tired of me jumping in a high chair to kiss her. You see, are you guys having fun like this? Fun till daddy takes the tea. And I get them laughing. And they say, man, I have to give you a discount for you. You're too funny. I said, yeah, give me that discount. Treat me like, or I say something like this, treat me like family, providing you love them, right? You love your family, well, give me a discount. Or sometimes I'll say to the lady of that, I say, hit that little button up underneath your desk and give me that discount. You know which one it is. And I'm laughing with people. Some of y'all just don't have to laugh. Loosen up. The war's almost over. But I was laughing with her. And this lady, I'm gonna be working that night. I said, good, I was looking forward to meeting you. I came in, I spent 20 minutes with her and I signed her up just by having fun. She goes, you're not short and ugly? I go, yeah, I am. I'm shorter than Muhammad. I'm shorter than Shaq or something. I said something to her. She started laughing again. She said, you're too funny. See, you have fun doing this. I want to join your business because you're too fun. You see what I mean? The Bible says, but love and kindness have I drawn thee. Are you drawn in by your excitement of having fun? Or are you just stiff and proper and got to do everything in duck soup order? No, loosen up. Have fun till daddy takes the T-bird. I've told y'all about that song. Y'all need, listen. How many of y'all listened to that song before? Come on, how many of y'all listened lately? See what I'm saying? It's just having fun. When you get off the call, put it on, go to YouTube, Beach Boys, fun. Let's listen to it for a few minutes. Look, Miss Christine, look, Miss Williams. Yeah, I know that song. Y'all ain't having enough fun. People are running from you because you don't have fun. So that's how I do it, Miss Sam Foster. I just study people. People will make the world go round. And I relate to them. I relate to the guy. So be able to relate to people because that's all that matters in this business. ACN is just a side product of what we do. Like most time you can ask a person when you meet people, here's what I say to people sometimes. I say, what do you do? And they'll tell me, oh, I'm in the medical field. No, that's your job. What do you do after 5? And they go, I never thought about that. You see how I planted the seed? You mean you don't make any money after 5 o'clock? And see, you got to, what I call it is a zinger. You got to throw them a curveball. So what kind of business you in? They always want to tell me what the job is. I said, no, that's your work. What are you in? How you making money after 5? Look at Mr. I'm gonna use that one. Of course you have, use it. Because it gets them to think. So what business are you in? Oh, I'm a medical guy. Oh, really? No, that's your job. What kind of business are you in that makes you money after 5? And they look at you like, ooh, I know it's possible. Yeah, man, I make money. Watch what I say. Here's what I tell people. I make money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even when I'm sleeping, I'm making money. You use that line, and they look at you like, you can make money 24 hours a day? Because they're not used to the conversation. Because remember the word I talked about today is compounding. We have a business that compounds. Compounds are time, energy, and money. TEMP, T-E-M-P, time, energy, money, and people. See, we have a business that compounds. And if you don't know what you have, that's why people fall out of the business, because they don't really know what they got for the cheap price of $224.
Yeah,
But
Mr.
if you
Thomas,
can explain what I explained to you, how I explained it to them, bam, you got them.
Yeah, Mr. Thomas, you absolutely right. Because the last 3 days, honestly, probably at least 3 people per day in the last 3 days didn't even know what residual income was. They say they heard of it, but when I had to break it down to them, they didn't even know what it was. And one guy was a business owner.
Most of them, Sam Foster, don't know. My mentor asked me, remember, he got 2 questions. He said leverage and residual. I understood leverage, but I had residuals. He goes, what is it? I said, it's a ring around the bathtub. Y'all heard me tell that story. He would laugh and goes, no, son, that's called residue. Because I didn't know either. Most of us, our parents never put it in our vocabulary. Schools never put in your vocabulary, less alone the pastors, teachers, ministers, and rabbi. They didn't put it in your, so how would you know? You weren't trained to know. Because they don't want you to know. That is one of the secrets of wealth, is compound interest. But ACN took it a step further. You compound your people, 3, 9, 20. Man, that's powerful. Just like when I say the other, a month or 2 months ago, I was in 3 countries and 5 cities in one day, and I was home for dinner and I never left. When you wrap your mind around the conversation, like, damn, that's amazing. No, that's the law of compound. And if you really understood what you have, this line should be hundreds of people on here. But you got to explain it. My whole mission when I go out from my house and go out into the public, my goal every day is to educate, write this down, to educate people on something they don't understand. It's like Mr. They've been there, they know, of course not. They weren't trained to know. Most of us on this call weren't trained to know. But the longer you hang around, the more you start finding the benefits of this business. We get paid compound interest on compound people. We get paid 5 times a month. People don't get paid 5 times. You ain't never met nobody get paid 5 times a month. You look at what you got. And that's what I'm saying. We as IBOs need to take full advantage of that. We got something that they don't even understand how powerful it is. You done found the gold, the pot of gold in the rainbow. And we got to start living it. Because it's like going in with both your guns fully loaded. You got so much ammunition, you're dangerous. You just got to use it more. That's all, gang. You just got to use it more. You got to stand on it and use it more. See, that's why I'm so crazy on this call, because ain't nothing they can say to knock me down. And once you know, look, Shaquille Cooper's another one. That young man, you can't say nothing to knock that man down. So why can't we adopt the same philosophy? No matter what they say, they can't hurt us. Because once you know that 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 you know you know that you know the truth, ain't nothing can hurt you. Ain't nobody can knock you off your game plan. Nobody can take you off the king of that hill. Da, 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 da. You're the king of the hill. Because ain't nobody got nothing close out there than we got. And like I said, in a loving way, a lot of us are living beneath our privileges because you feel insecure. You feel that you think you need more. No, you don't. You got to walk in your boldness and you look backbone and some posture and watch what happens. Ooh, it's going to be scary for some of us in 2021. Scary. But if you don't know who you are, like that little black, if you don't know who you are, what you got, you won't. And that's why tonight I want to talk about wealth. I want to talk about AON's booklet. That booklet almost, it was 1987, but because I studied what the greats do, the greats, the great greats. And even they had masters. Oh yeah, senseis. Now, you only need 3, but there's time for us to get busy. Do you realize that Monday, it'll be the 2nd month of a brand new year? Don't let February look like January did, please, folks. I want nothing but the best for you, but I can't do it for you. I wish all of y'all go out like Marvin Carter. I mean, Sam Foster. Because why? He's not doing something that's impossible. Everything he said was just, okay. Okay, Mr. Thomas, I'm getting up 2 hours early. Okay. Okay, everybody, I'm going to do what he says. I got 10 to 25 numbers a day. Okay, I'm going to do what he said. That's all. Just implement it. And watch your income. Watch your numbers. Anybody else have a question tonight or anything you want to say? Thank you, Mr. Foster, for that. But I keep telling you, I'm nobody special. Yeah, you need to compound your activities. Amen. Amen.
Mr. Thomas, this is Pat.
Yes.
What was the third one? I know you said get started now, pay yourself first. And what was the third one?
Use your time and be consistent with it.
Oh.
Use time and consistency. Use time and consistency. Look at my schedule. My schedule is always the same every day. Tomorrow is Sunday. I don't get up. Well, tomorrow, yeah, I will get up at 4. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Tomorrow I get up an hour later because church don't start. I get up because breakfast with my son. Church started about 11, so I leave here by like 10:30. So I get up, take a walk. I get to lay in bed a whole hour. Look, that's a treat for me. That's a treat. I don't even have a TV in my bedroom. I don't. No. I get up. I get to lay. That's my treat. Some of y'all just anyway. I gave it to my date. I did it again yesterday. When I did it the first Saturday of the year, I said, guys, here it is. How to get 13 months out of, instead of 12 months out of a year. And I've stuck with it all these years. I showed you my appointment book. I mean, I showed you my December 20th in my year. I got 38 or 40 years in that book of my goals. And there's a reason why I'm where I'm at, but I'm trying to give you the same techniques, develop the same skills that I have. And if you do that, what if you did half that? What would your income look like? Oh my God. But you got to go out there like Mr. Sam Foster doing it every day. And I understand some of you are still fearful of the situation, but what if you just brought out, your old appointment book, or, bring out the yellow pages, yellow pages. Well, A, who A for attorneys, B, barbers, C, chiropractor, D, dentist. Go down the list of ABCs. Professionally, who do you know in that category? Make that list out. Make that list out and make a call. Still, hey, Happy New Year. I haven't talked to you. And I got a New Year's resolution. And when I think it's about somebody, I'm going to call them. They'll accept that. But some of you, like I say, you haven't done that either. So, and you wonder why. That is so good. Now I'm going to go downstairs and have dinner because I think I deserve it. Like I say, I don't eat unless I deserve to eat. I've said that to some of y'all before. Some of y'all eat all day long. Ooh, that'd be a good one. We need to do a thing on a call. Well, if you don't eat, if you don't have somebody on, if you don't have anybody on the call, you can't eat that day. I just got an idea. Oh my God. Every year I do a fast. In the beginning of January, I do a fast. Are y'all ready for 2021 with me? Side A Al Thomas, y'all ain't never seen before. Maybe I'll do a call. You can't get on for because we have a way of knocking you off the call. Oh yeah. I got something to think about when I have dinner tonight. Well, with that said, does anybody else have anything else they want to bring up tonight?
Mr. Thomas, this is Dave Coper. Do you use
Yes,
the
sir.
form? Do you use the form method when you talk to people, like family, occupation, recreation, motivation?
Yes,
And
that's a
that's how
good
you
one.
and that's how you connect with people without even saying anything about ACN.
Yeah, you could do it that way. Or I just find something to compliment people.
Right.
Like, I said, God damn, them some nice shoes, man. Where you get them shoes from? And I'll walk out and put my foot next to his foot. It's like, man, what size you wear? And I'll say, hey, somebody hold them down. Let me take these shoes. And I just get people laughing.
Right.
You see, like you're laughing. I already knew what you're gonna do before you did it. It's because I'm gonna have fun with you. See, my whole idea is to bond with you, to laugh, because everybody wants to be around somebody who's happy. Like that song, Happy. Everybody wants that.
You build connections, you build relationships well.
That's all. Just like, who was that? I think it was Miss Pat Robinson had a guy, and I said, look, he didn't have the money. I said, look, man, I don't care about the money. I'm into building relationships. Do you know what that kid said? Okay, I'm ready to get going. Because see, he loved the idea. I'm just building a relationship. People are like, when a dog knows you're fearful, can the dog sense that you're scared of him? Yes. People can sense the same thing if you're real or not. They can really tell if you're about the money or you're about really developing a relationship with them. And when I develop a relationship with people, they don't leave. They just, they just let them know. I don't have the money, man. I don't care about the money. I'm here to build a relationship with you. And man, they fold over like, they fall. I mean, they just move. Really good. That's what I want too. How would you feel if I said, I don't care about the money. I just want to build a relationship with you? You said, okay. Because now you feel much better about your decision. When I used to do meetings, why do you think I always put my arms around people? Always. When I walk in, I'm always hugging on people, shaking hands, kissing babies, waving them like a apology. Why? Be warm with people. People want to relate to somebody. They want that love. They want that care. They want that touch. They want it. And these jokers that are running the country, they know if they keep you guys locked up without caring about people, they just soon won't even look up at people. No, it's people. It's all about people. Love on them. And tell them, hey, man, look, I want you on my team. We're going to make a lot of money together. I want you on the team. When can you get started? That's all I say to people. Soon as possible. Would I be Visa, MasterCard? Hold on, let me grab one. I had a guy, who was that I was with? That was Miss Ismail when we got, who was that we got in the business up there? I forgot his name. They worked at American Airlines. And I was on the phone with her. And I said, would it be Visa, MasterCard? He goes, I got both. I go, get one of them. Hold on, I'll be right back. Go get your wallet. Go tell people, go get your wallet. People are so simple. I don't know why we're fearful of telling them that. I just want you on the team. When can we get you started? All right, let's do this real quick. I want everybody to write this down. I want you on the team. When can you get started? Y'all ready to practice? I want you on the team. When can you get? It's so simple to say. And so many times you guys heard me say it and you still haven't said it and you still haven't wrote it down. Now we're going to practice before I get off the phone. I want everybody to look up. I want you on the team. When can you get started?
When can you get started?
Count of three. We're all going to do it together.
Oh.
I want you on the team. Come on, Marvin Carter. I'm watching you. Come on. I want you on the team. When can you get started?
The team. We need to get started.
One more time. I want you on the team. When can you get started?
When can you get started?
That's all I say to people on Wednesday nights. You guys see me live. When I didn't do it exclusively, y'all saw me do it. Some of y'all fell off your chair. Some of you was in amazement. Some of you thought some of you was just, it can't be that simple. Yeah, it is. But you guys are not following instruction. People are real simple. Real simple. They're simple you think they are. That's why they're so easy to be led. Because they're not trained to think outside the box. You got to tell them what you want. Oh my God, if y'all caught that one, y'all be worth so much. I mean, they're easy. God, people are easy. Do you realize it's easier to control the crowd of people than 2 or 3 people? When I go in front of rooms and them, I go, shh. And what do y'all all do? Sit down? You've been trained. Watch this. See, say y'all out. See, not you guys, but people. They've been trained when they shh. But if I can get you guys to understand how simple-minded people are, you would not think this is a complicated deal. They're really not that complicated. Really. There's only like 9 bad people in the whole world. They just move around a lot. Oh God, I'm having too much fun. I'm telling you, they're easy. I don't care what country they come. They're all the same. I'm telling you. They got different languages, but beneath all that, they're all the same. There is no difference in them. And once you understand that, man, you guys will be off the chain. Your check be so big that the bank will bounce. Oh my God. I remember I was in Hawaii doing a meeting in Hawaii a long time ago in Maui, and I took a picture next to the Brinks truck. There was 2 out in the back of the building I was talking at. And I took a picture and I put it on Facebook, not on Facebook. I sent the text out and say, oh, my residual check just came with the printout. See, are y'all having enough fun? Are y'all having fun? Let your face know it. Smile a little bit more. Not that difficult. Anybody else before we end the night, Saturday night? I'm having fun with y'all now. I've mellowed out and had fun with y'all. See, it's really simple. Simple, 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 simple. Any other questions for anybody?
But this is Mary.
Yes, Mary Perez out there. Yes, dear.
I watched 2 videos today in Destiny International.
Good. So you watched 2 videos today. Good for you, young lady. Keep doing it. Keep going. See, this little black book says, study to show yourself approved, a workman worthy of it. And that's what it takes to be worthy of the success. You just don't get success by just walking. You got to study. You got to, well, look, a doctor goes to medical school 8 to 10 years to study how to come out. And they don't even still know. That's why they call it practicing medicine. A lawyer goes to law school 4 or 5 years, come out to what? Practice law, which means they don't still know it. Why can't you not listen up? Practice. Oh my God. Practice RECN business for 10, 12 years. You'll make more money than both. But see, if you don't know what you got, and that's why a lot of people fall out, because they don't realize what they have in this business. They don't realize the value of the business. They don't realize the tax benefits. They don't realize that compounding of people. They don't have any idea of getting paid 5 times a month. They have no idea the residual. They have no idea what we have in this business. There is no other business like this particular industry that you and I are in. I called the lady up, used to be an ACN yesterday, was the regional vice president. We had a talk. I just called. I said, I didn't want nothing. Just call, say hi. I just let her talk. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, I said, let her talk. Yeah, okay. And then in the conversation, after 12 minutes, I said, next time you need some services, don't forget to give me a call. Give me the benefit of the doubt. You see what I'm saying? People are not that difficult. They're all the same. Thank you, Miss Mary. Congratulations. Watch 2 videos. Continue going, young lady. You came back from Lake Tahoe. She's been in animals ever since. Anybody else tonight? I love you guys, but I want nothing but the best for you and your families. But you can't make money sitting at home watching TV, getting on here for an hour, and then sitting back on the couch watching TV, eating bonbons. You got to put the work in. All right. With that said, God bless you all tonight. Tomorrow evening, the Kings will be back. Remember, Mr. King and his beautiful wife, actually Miss Rose Guerrero King, had a birthday yesterday, which we're excited about. I see him on the call tonight. I knew we were going to be on there Friday night. He better take her out or cook dinner or something for her last night. Only reason I'm saying that because I know he's on the call right now. So tomorrow night, I don't know the subject matter, but tomorrow night, the Kings will be managing the call tomorrow night. It'll be a product call or a training call tomorrow night, as always. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. You folks have got the best of the best. I think by far the best trainers right here on these calls that we produce for you all. Now, if I can say this in love, it's getting some production going. Get some production out of yourself. Tomorrow or Monday is a brand new month. Okay? With that said, I love you. Have a good night. Do something special. Go listen to the Beach Boys real quick. Fun, fun, fun.